I would like to right now introduce my friend of over 12 years, one of the best card guys I've ever seen, best motivational speaker ever. Put your hands together for Shaka Dyson, please.
Now, listen, my name is Shaka Dyson, as Joe told you. I've known Joe for 12 years. As a matter of fact, I've known Joe since his son was like 15 years old. He didn't even remember. As a matter of fact, when I met Joe, I upped him at Rick Case and had no idea that this guy walking through this door, pulling in the front of my dealership in his Toyota Solar. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Pulling in his Toyota Solar, and
it was convertible. It's a convertible though.
And he walked in, and I said, "Hi, how you doing? Welcome to Rick Case. Is there someone I can help you find?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm here to see Rick." And I was like, "Damn, how does he even know Rick's here?" Okay, you want to have a seat over here? Well, lo and behold, he ended up becoming my boss. And not just my boss, but the boss over the entire Atlanta region. And so, at first, Joe and I bumped heads because I didn't know how to take Joe. I was like, this guy, and I was one of those guys, I had 5-6 years under my belt, and I thought I knew it all. And here comes this guy with this different approach, and I'm like, I didn't know how to take this person until I took a step back one day and looked at myself in the mirror. And what I noticed about Joe was this, is that when he came to my dealership, he brought a whole lot of people with him. There was people that followed him there, and it caught me off guard. I was new to Atlanta at the time, and it caught me off guard. I was like, all these new people are coming to my store. This manager over here, this person over here. I'm the finance person, right? He wants to put another person in F&I. I'm like, what's going on? And I had to take a long, deep look at myself in the mirror. Do you remember all this stuff?
I remember everything.
I had to take a long, deep look at myself in the mirror and say, hey, Shock, there's something going on with this guy. They wouldn't bring him here by accident. So I had to take a look at myself in the mirror and understand that I didn't have all the answers, that I didn't know it all. So I remember he was leaving one night. You remember this? And I stopped him. And I asked him, could I talk to him? And I spent about an hour. Joe spent about an hour with me sitting in his car, and we talked.
I do remember that.
One night, as the store was closing, and ever since then, Joe and I have been great friends, and he's been a great mentor of mine. So if you want to take a moment with me, give it up for my friend Joe. I remember I'd go around the country. So my name is Shaka. I'm the founder of a group called the F&I 20 Group, which Joe is obviously a part of. There's over 5,000 members in this group that connect the entire country, automotive people all over the United States. It's an F&I based group on Facebook that allows every department in all dealerships to learn about F&I, and also F&I managers learn how to become great in F&I. I am also now the founder of a virtual training platform called Dealer F&I University, which is an online virtual training platform for new and aspiring F&I managers to go to school where they don't have to leave a dealership, don't have to leave their home, but they can go to school and learn how to do F&I and how to become great at it. But I'm not here to talk about that this morning. I'm 17 years in now. I'm 17 years in retail, and I remember sitting in meetings just like this, big, massive meetings just like this, with Joe at the hem of the meeting, and him giving out a lot of money. That's what made me start buying into him. I was like, dude, I'm making money now. I'm making more money than I ever have now. And I remember Joe telling me, he said, Shock, listen, he tell us, I'm not a car guy. I'm a people's guy. Have you ever told him that?
Did I ever told you that?
All the time, right? He said, I'm not a car guy, but I know how to build people. I know how to build followings. And it was true, because we all would follow Joe. When Joe left, we followed, right? Because he's a great team builder. So this morning, I want to talk about your push. I want to talk about your push. Does anybody know what push means? Anybody? Push. Push means persist until something happens. Somebody repeat that after me. Persist until something happens. Yes. Now, you can always be good enough. Would you agree? Yeah. You can always be good enough, but you can never be great enough. So I know that you guys did wonderful jobs last month. You did wonderful jobs, but now what does that mean for April? That means you did a wonderful job last month. Now you have to do an even greater job this month. So, you know, I like to think about a group called Dave Smith. Anybody ever heard of Dave Smith Motors? Dave Smith Motors. So let me tell you a little bit about Dave Smith Motors. Dave Smith Motors is the world's highest volume Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealership in the whole world. Okay? They're in Kellogg, Idaho. Anybody ever heard of Kellogg, Idaho?
No.
Anybody ever seen Kellogg, Idaho, right? Kellogg on a box, right? Cereal box. They are the world's highest volume Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram store. Why? It's not because they're special. It's because they're the individuals in their push. They push for that greatness that they know that they have inside of them. That's what they do. They push, right? They want more. They want more than they currently have. Would you agree? And every 30 days, they're pushing more than the past 30 days that they just went through. So that's the mentality. If you want more, if you want to do greater than you currently did, then you have to push. Would you agree? What does it mean? Persist until something happens.